Hey, Joe Mastriano, setting small goals is another limiting belief. And I want to take you through the McOyle method because you might say to yourself, this is a big goal. I'm not ready to take on this whole program yet, and I'm scared. And what I have to say to you about it is I've made this specifically as a very, very small goal to take on where it has huge benefits. So let's look at the 6 parts in terms of setting small goals versus large goals. Your self talk affirmations. We tend to set large goals here, like I did, and had 50 of them, and I had a 4.5 minute of me talking over and over of affirmations. I am this, I am that. You get a lot of them in 4.5 minutes. And after several days, it was too big of a goal for me to play that tape several times during the day. So I had to back off and keep that time down. And so my self talk affirmation goals each day is just to remind myself of the big ones. In my case, the big ones are I am resourceful and I have gratitude for everything around me. Just those two satisfy me. Focus. Again, I had big goals. I'd set my watch. Every half hour it was gonna ding, just like that. And that was gonna remind me to focus on where I'm at. It got to be too big of a problem. I don't want it to be too big of a problem for you. So maybe tell yourself 2 or 3 times a day if that's an issue. But you'll adjust these things at the end of the day when you do your end of day notes, which is the third one, end of day notes. If you want to write a book, fine. Sometimes a book is what it takes. The more you write, some people call it journaling. There's a whole lot on the internet about journaling. Don't worry about too small of a goal or too big of a goal here. If you take 30 seconds at the end of the day or you take 30 minutes, that's up to you. No worries. Confidence. This is a good one to play with. Do you set small goals? I've taken confidence courses. There was a guy who would make requests, 50 requests in a month, ridiculous requests. He'd walk into a pizza place and say, may I have a free slice of pizza? Occasionally, someone would give him one. Mostly, they said no. So he practiced being told no. I did that years ago when I was single. I read a book on how to pick up girls, and the solution was just talk to people, talk to girls, and you'll have confidence. And it worked. Didn't matter whether it was a big goal, a small goal. I got used to it. So the big goal of meeting someone who was beautiful, intelligent, and that happened. But that wouldn't have happened if I would have gotten nervous every time I spoke to a girl. And the only times I did was the ones that I thought were suitable mates for me. accepting yourself as a big goal or a small goal. Very interesting. I took a course once for $100, and it was for total acceptance, and it was really designed for people that maybe had, were ugly or disfigured, and they said to themselves, "Who's going to like me because I'm disfigured or I'm ugly?" And the whole idea was totally accepting yourself no matter what your looks were. And it worked to a degree. I gave it up before I accomplished it. But the point I'm trying to make is I was a big goal. I was a very big goal to have a level of confidence the same as you would if you were feeling like everything about you was perfect. So if you fall into that trap, like I did, and then give up, you've got to start small. Small ways of accepting yourself would be things like, I made this mistake. Well, everybody makes mistakes, no big deal. Or you trip and fall in front of people, and then you tell yourself, hey, people do it all the time. So you start focusing on the little things that maybe you beat yourself up for or don't accept. Your hair. I mean, when I was younger, if I had a bad hair day, it would bug me. And now, if I have a bad hair day, it bugs me momentarily, and then I forget it throughout the day. The last item is accepting, creating your day. And again, you don't want big goals here. Quite the opposite. Usually, um, having small goals is the bad thing, but with MC-OYL, having small goals is really the good thing because you need to stay with the program. So when you create your day, you got to find that balance. If it's too small and there's only like 3 things in it, you might not respect it. If that's the case, add a little more. I'll caution you though and tell you that most of us will add too much. So don't be afraid to knock it back down a couple of notches. You can always, a week or two or a month, add to it. See, I made that mistake for years when I take courses. I'll sign up for a course and they'll say, well, spread this over 30 days. And I'll say, nah, I'm smart. I'm a really smart guy. I can do it in 3 days. And I've done that. I've taken 30-day courses in 3 days. What I didn't realize I was doing was I was blocking out everything else in my life that I had to do. And really, as we develop these foundations, you don't want to give up your end of day notes and the things you're paying attention to because there's not enough time in a day because you took a 30-day course and tried to do it in 3 days. So be careful on this one. And that's it for this video.